Look, if your bank account is in the negative right now, you're not alone and you're not stuck. In the next 5 minutes, I'm going to show you the exact 4-step system, including one bank conversation strategy that can get fees waived. But first, you need to know about the one mistake that makes this situation 10 times worse. Hi, I'm Rob, a financial coach for more than 20 years. I get how confusing debt can feel, especially with so many sketchy ads out there. So I'm here to break down what's real, what's not, and how you can finally start taking control of your debt with confidence and clarity. A negative bank balance can feel like you're drowning, that sinking feeling every time you check your account. But here's the truth. This is fixable and you don't have to figure it out alone. Now, 3 things are happening right now that most people don't understand. The first 2 are obvious, but the third one, that's what can lock you out of banking for years. I'll explain all 3, but if you're negative right now, here's what you need to do in the next 60 minutes. If you've ever opened your banking app and seen a negative number staring back at you, your heart probably dropped. So what's actually happening here? Well, most people think it's simple. You just spend too much. But there are actually 3 things happening right now. And the third one is what really determines whether you bounce back or spiral into a banking nightmare. Let me start with the obvious part first. A negative bank balance means you spent more money than you have available in your account. It's that simple. Your account's overdrawn and now you owe the bank money plus fees. An overdraft can happen in several ways. Maybe a subscription you forgot about got charged to your account. Or imagine this, you pay for groceries on Friday, but your check didn't deposit until Monday, and now you're negative because of the timing. Sometimes it's an automatic payment that went through when you thought you had enough to cover it, or maybe you miscalculated your available balance and didn't account for pending transactions. Whatever caused it, those overdraft fees can pile up fast, sometimes $30 to $35 per transaction. And if you have multiple transactions go through, you could be looking at over $100 in fees in one single day. So here's what you need to do immediately. Track your spending closely. Use your bank's app or a budgeting tool to monitor what's coming in and what's going out. Stop using that account right now. Don't make any more purchases until you've handled this. Next, check your balance and figure out exactly how much you're in the negative. Finally, deposit money as soon as possible to bring your account back into the positive. The faster you act, the fewer fees you'll rack up. Have you ever been hit with surprise overdraft fees? Drop a comment and let me know what happened. You'd be surprised how many people have similar stories. Here's something most people don't realize. Your bank might actually help you fix this. But, and this is critical, there's a right way and a wrong way to have this conversation. Get it wrong and you've just wasted your time. So here's exactly what to say. First, ask them to waive or reduce your overdraft fees. Banks do this more often than you think, especially if this is your first time overdrafting or if you've been a loyal customer. For example, imagine you had your checking account with the same bank for 5 years and no issues. That goodwill matters, and they may work with you. If you can't pay the full negative balance immediately, ask about a payment plan. Some banks will let you pay off the balance over time instead of demanding everything up front. And while you're on the phone, ask about overdraft protection options. Some banks offer programs where they'll link your checking account to a savings account or credit card as a backup. So if you overdraft, instead of getting hit with a $35 fee, the money automatically pulls from your backup account, sometimes with little to no fee. The key here is to be honest and proactive. Banks are way more likely to help someone that calls them directly rather than someone that ignores the problem. Have you ever tried negotiating with your bank? Let me know in the comments if it worked or what happened. I'd love to hear your experience. All right, so you've cleared the negative balance, but how do you make sure that this never happens again? And what if you just can't pay it back right now? Well, let's start with prevention, because the best way to deal with a negative balance is to avoid having one in the first place. Set up low balance alerts. Most banks will text or email you when your balance drops below a certain amount, say $50. This gives you time to transfer money or avoid making purchases that would push you into the negative. Track your spending closely. Use your bank's app or a budgeting tool to monitor what's coming in and what's going out. It's really easy to lose track of subscriptions and automatic payments, so staying on top of it makes a huge difference. And here's a big one. Build a small buffer in your account. For example, imagine you always keep a $100 cushion in your checking account. That way, even if an unexpected charge hits, you're much less likely to overdraft. Now, what happens if you don't clear a negative balance? Well, your bank could close your account. And when that happens, they might report you to Check Systems, a reporting agency that tracks banking history. Now, if you're in Check Systems, other banks might refuse to let you open up a new account, which means you could be left without a checking account at all, making it nearly impossible to cash checks, pay bills, or manage your money. You might also face collections, which can damage your credit and lead to more fees and stress. So the bottom line, ignoring this problem only makes it worse. What's one money tip that helped you avoid overdrafts? Share it in the comments. Your tip might help someone else watching this. If overdrafts keep happening no matter what you try, it's not a sign that you're bad with money. It's a sign you need a different system. One option is switching to a prepaid debit card. These work just like regular debit cards, but you can only spend what you load onto them. No overdrafts, no fees for going negative. For example, imagine you load $200 onto a prepaid debit card at the start of the week. Once it's gone, it's gone. You can't accidentally overspend. Another option is opening a second chance checking account. These are designed for people who've had banking issues in the past. They usually have fewer fees and stricter protections to help you avoid overdrafts. And here's the honest truth. If you're constantly overdrafting, it might be time to take a hard look at your budget. Are your expenses higher than your income? Are there subscriptions or bills that you can cut out? Sometimes the overdrafts are just a symptom of a bigger cash flow problem, and addressing the root cause is the only real solution. If you've ever used a prepaid card or a second chance account, let me know how it worked for you in the comments. I'd love to hear what's helping people out. All right, let's wrap this up. A negative bank balance is stressful, but it's not the end of the world. You've got options. Act fast, talk to your bank, set up protections, and if overdrafts are a pattern, explore alternatives that work better for your situation. Believe me, you're not alone in this, and you can absolutely turn things around. Now, if this video helped you, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss future videos. And if you want to dive deeper into topics like this, debt relief, budgeting, financial peace, head over to freedomdebtrelief.com. There's a ton of free resources waiting for you. You've got this. Thanks for watching.